Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Turismo 4. Last time we took on probably the most bland competition that we've ever been in with the Japan Championship. Before we get into this episode's event that we're going to do, we need to go to the used car dealerships. Because on specifically day 694 through day 700, there are 4 cars that you can get that are exclusive to every 700 days. I have been referencing these for a while in the Let's Play, but they are officially in the used car dealerships now. At least they should be here on day. There we go. Um, so we have ourselves the Mazda 787B race car 91. The special thing about these cars is that they are specifically, well, all black, as you can see. So you got the 787B, which is a very fast race car. The Nissan R92CP race car from 1992, I think is what it said. Also another very fast race car in an all-black finish. But that's not it. We have 2 more that we can get. In used car showroom 2, we have ourselves, if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we have the Nissan R3090 GT1 race car from 98 is what I believe that said. Very fast race car for almost 3 million, and another one for 3 million. These two we will unfortunately will be missing for this first 700 days. If it ever comes back around, if we ever even reach the point of a second 700 days, we will be getting these. Hopefully, these two for the Toyota GT1 race car, also from 1999, all black finish for the GT1. Very sleek finish. So unfortunately, we will not be able to be getting the. We will not be able to get specifically the either of the used car showrooms, and for the used car showroom 1 cars, we can only get one because since I'm on actually, you know what? Actually, no, I couldn't. I could only get one of these because I only have enough money for one right now, and if I were to sell a car, that would skip a day, which would result in the shops resetting and these cars disappearing for 700 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip a coin. I'm going to say the 787 is heads, the R92CP is tails. So let's see what we get. Okay, flip the coin, Google, flip the coin, give you something good. Tails. Okay, so we're getting ourselves the R92CP race car. Alright. So we managed to get ourselves one of these elusive all-black race cars. Unfortunately, this is the only one we're going to be able to get right now. However, that's not the main focus of this video, as I'm sure you know by the title. Unfortunately, we'll have to pass up on this one, but we can at least see what else is going to be happening in the other showroom, the historic showroom. Nothing interesting. Okay. Well, anyways, let's get back to what the main topic of the video is going to end up being. The Supercar Festival, one of the last professional events we have to actually take on before we're allowed to do the Gran Turismo World Championship. So, for this one, you may be saying, well, that one seems pretty easy. You should use a car you used before, like the Cadillac. Unfortunately, the Cayenne does not qualify for the Supercar Festival, mainly because it's a concept car and never went into production. So for that reason, unless I have something here, I don't think I do. I have a Corvette Grand Sport, but I don't think that's gonna work. So let's go to the next best thing. Ford GT. This beast has been a part of this Let's Play since, well, the beginning, because the cover car is the Ford GT. However, we cannot go in quite yet because we have to go and upgrade this. I want to see real quick if the cars are still there. Or let me see. Let me check something real quick. Um, I'll be right back real quick. Okay, after checking real quick, I saw that I had to double check. There's actually no feasible way we could have gotten a second one of these matte black cars. But that's okay. Let's get back to the main topic. As I was saying, we can't quite get into the Supercar Festival just yet because this thing, it does qualify to actually enter the Supercar Festival, but it is slow compared to some of the other cars here. I don't know why I went into here. It is slow, so we need to put just a little bit more in terms of upgrades on this thing. So let's get ourselves some exhaust and maybe like a stage 1 upgrade. So as you can see, I got myself a lot of extra change now due to the fact that we missed our chance to actually get these cars. So we just have to wait for 700 days for it to come back around if we ever actually get to that point. I think I'll do stage 2 upgrades, put some brakes, and then we'll be good to go. So talking about these black cars is it's the devil. Okay, so talking about these black cars, so you saw the 4 those in the used car dealerships, right? You'd assume those were the only 4 in the game. Wrong. There is a 5th one. There's a 5th car that you can only get by doing, of all things, 100% completing GT mode. So, the car you get is an all-black Formula 1 car, or Formula GT, what do you want to call it. It looks good. It is probably the best performing car in the game just because it's F1, but it is just an insane task to actually get this one car. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into our second to last professional event, the Supercar Festival. So for this, the limit is 493 horsepower or over, and it has to be a production car. And it's not a championship, so there's no extra cash that we can get. Along with that, I also have to add on that it is unfortunate that we didn't get all the, what do you call it? As you can see, it's still kind of a difficult event, but it should be at least somewhat easy for the GT to actually overtake. Anyways, it is unfortunate that all the things that happened did with the timing to get the all black cars. I should have been grinding the RSC Rally Raid car, but I was just recording and lost track of the days that were passing by. Also, just because I didn't realize what passes days in GT4, so I didn't realize selling cars and just entering events would. Well, I knew entering events would pass time, but it just counted on so quick that I kind of, what's it called? There was no possible way I could have gotten that much money to get all 4 of them. It was like 8 million. Anyways, here's a funny little thing to note about this event. At least for this race, two of the cars, the Volkswagen Nando V12, I think is what it was called, and the CN are both concept cars, yet they are allowed into the event. But if I try to use the CN, it's not allowed. I don't know why it does this. I don't know why it allows both of these cars in, but I can't allow it in, or it doesn't allow me to use it. But that's besides the point. We're actually gonna try and do this. As you can see, it's a long event, blah yada yada. Other than that, competition is looking like what you would expect. Besides the concept cars, you have stuff like probably you have the Lotus GT1. Pretty sure is what that one's called. The first place car in front of us. So this event's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's faster cars, better. Obviously, you're going to have to do better driving just to catch up to these cars that are a lot faster. This thing is still pretty underpowered compared to the competition, but if we can just push them around, we could probably get ahead. That is not what I thought it was. That's not an Elise GT1. It's a fucking McLaren F1. At least I think that's what it is. Actually, no, that can't be. That has to be an Elise. McLaren was never in GT4. What am I talking about? So yeah, I do think this event is pretty good. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, it's an Elise GT1. I was trying to make sure I didn't drop too far behind this guy. Alright, I'm gonna make sure we can take this pretty slowly. Never mind. And just use the laws of physics against these bots. So, in terms of what else is left to do in the game, we have this, obviously. In terms of professional events, we have one left after this. It's going to be probably one of the longest events in the game. The Gran Turismo World Championship, which is a major point in the game. Because after you do that, you get yourself into the expert events. And after that, it'll be like pretty good money, but not like that much, you know. Maybe a lot more difficult events. We already have difficult events to do right now. And that is a shame because it's pretty slow to do some of these events. But in terms of things left to do, there still isn't a lot. I have to do rally missions off screen, right? I don't want to showcase the rally events again because the normal and hard difficulty are just those, but they're just longer and they have faster opponents. I don't think it'd be good to showcase what those are except for just the prize cars. Ooh, what was that? Sorry. I don't know how I made that noise, but back to what I was saying. I don't think doing the special event missions, the normal and hard difficulty, would be the best idea, just because I already kind of showed those, but just not the new versions, I guess. Driving missions are going to be a pain in the ass, just because I have to do those, right? They're already difficult as is. So I have to do those, right? Some of those are fucking insanely difficult. And other than that, I have to I have to expert events I have to do. Endurance events I'm gonna definitely do off screen because I don't feel like having to worry about those constantly, you know. I think doing something like I feel like I also have a lot of one make race events to do still, but those will probably be easy. Those will just be like tedious to do just because it's like there's so many to do in the game. And you have to like individually go through all the dealerships and find out which ones you did, which ones you haven't done, and stuff like that. I already have done a good selection of them, but there's still so much to knock out in terms of one make races. After that, after one make races, special events, the driving missions, and completing super licenses, completing the super licenses and the expert events. That's it actually. That's all there is left to do in the game, really. Unless I really want to get into like collecting every single car in the game, which would just be stupid. I just don't think that would be a good idea. I think just besides all the like on-screen stuff left to do, I think that's it. Besides just like wrapping up events that I still need to do, like all the Europe events, the last American event I have to do, the Stars and Stripes, not Stars and Stripes, All American GT Cup, whatever. I have to do the Japan GT Cup as well. I have to do that. After that, I'll wrap up all the Japanese and American events and the European events, right? All of that, and then after that, I'll be done. Like that'll be it. I didn't think that this would be a series that would I'd see the end of in such a short amount of time. I thought it'd be like probably 100 parts, but not really. Anyways, as I was talking about the schedule plan for like probably like the 70th time in like these episodes, I actually managed to finish Seoul in first place with a pretty good distance. Oh, that's what that car is. Okay, it's Celine. Celine is actually probably one of my favorite car brands in this entire game. It's super. I think Celine's super underrated. Sure, they just released cars that were similar to like McLarens and Mustangs and stuff like that, but they were still super underrated in their entire like manufacturing history. But with that said, let's get on to our second race. So our second race is going to be at Fuji Speedway. If I had to guess, since we're in IA, I'm going to say 2005 GT specifically. Let's see if I got it right. Come on. No, is this one of the shortcut versions? I don't know. Anyways, look at that. Audi Nuvolari Quattro. That's not a production car. Why is that allowed? Anyways, this one is a 8-point race, and the last one was a 20-point race. I think it's mainly just because the competition changed around. Also, sorry for the little mic shift. I had my headset was feeling a little bit uncomfortable, so I had to like move it around a little bit. All right, so our main competition for this one is the other 4GT. Luckily, I don't have to worry about the like concept cars that are really fast and stuff like that in these events. I don't know how that car is there. The like Ferrari, like what Ferrari model would that be that it looks like? I'm thinking about. I can't put my finger on it, but I think I know which model I'm talking about. So our main competition is the other 4GT. We have to go. All right. So now we have to just do the shortcut, and we win. All right, now we win. All right, we win this now. We actually what's it called? We end up coming out pretty good on Fuji Speedway 90s just because of that little part that I like to use a lot. I think I should announce this in this video. I'm planning to go on a second hiatus for this series. The second hiatus will be after I do a certain event that will be announced at the end of this video. After that, I'll go on a hiatus. I'll upload a different Let's Play. You know how I did with Mario Party 5 when like the beginning of the series, just to kind of switch up the content I'm doing, make sure I make sure I'm doing something different, not just focusing on one game for so long. I've done this series for like 30 episodes straight. I think I need to switch it up for a little bit with another short series, maybe a little bit of a longer one, just so that way I can give myself time to not just only just to record episodes, but also just give myself a little break from like worrying about this series. At some point, this series will finish. I just want to make sure that I can get all of this done in a way that I like to go about it, which means I'm going to be taking a hiatus after an event. I will say which one it is um, at the end of this episode, so stick around if you want to find out when I'm planning on taking a hiatus from this series in particular. But now that that's out the way, I am glad. I'm going to be looking forward to actually uploading this next mini series. I'm gonna be glad I'm uploading this next little mini series. I am already recording it as we speak, right? I'm already recording it, and I'm glad it'll be out. Hopefully in the relative future. Hopefully in the nearby future, I can go ahead and upload this little mini series I'm talking about. Maybe a second one, or maybe just focus on like single videos, like one-offs. Who knows? Alright, so this event is actually, we are looking pretty good for this event right here. So, as I said, we're looking pretty good for this event here. It's way more interesting than the Japan Championship we did last episode. That one was so bland and so boring just because it was like just JDM cars we've seen so far. Okay. Other than that, um, other than that, things have been looking alright for GT4 because we have more and more interesting events to go through. There's still a lot of bullshit to get through, like a lot of bullshit events that we have to get through. Like I know one event I am dreading doing in the European event specifically is fucking 1,000 miles. Because 1,000 miles, the qualifications are already horrible, right? And then the opponents you could potentially go against. Hold on, sorry about that. I just heard the audio in my headset get lower. Let me check something real quick. Sorry about that. It seemed like the audio for the game just got really quiet all of a sudden. I don't know what happened, but let's get back into the race. As I was saying, yeah, 1,000 miles is the qualifications are horrible. The opponents you can go against are somehow even worse than the qualifications. I think you probably can figure out what I mean by that. Also, sorry if the mic sounds different again. I shifted how the headset was on my head again, and then I don't know how it sounds exactly. Maybe I could lower the mic a little bit and see if that'll help. But um, overall, I don't know what's wrong with my headset today. It just doesn't feel right. And also, 1,000 miles is bull. Another event I really don't want to do, but I know I'm going to have to do at some point, is Driving Mission 34. Driving Mission 34 is just an infamous event in the Gran Turismo community. It is notoriously one of the most difficult events you can do in the entire game in Gran Turismo 4. I will not explain why right now. I'll explain when we get to driving missions, when we get back to it. But just for your information, driving mission 34 will probably be like a major roadblock for me whenever I'm trying to just complete this game. Driving mission 34 will be insanely difficult to do. Another one that what I was dreading doing, but I managed to do was IA-15. I wasn't caring about getting gold in IA-15. I just wanted to get it done because IA-15 is also notoriously difficult just because the car you get is not exactly the best. It's good. It's not the best in IA-15. It was IA-15 was the one that guide run on Nürburgring, and that car that you get in that license test is not the best. It's good, but it's not the best. And then you have the pace car that is insanely ungodly good at handling and stuff like that. And you have to, what's it called? Go with him, otherwise you'll fail the test. And it was just dumb. Other than that, it's just gonna be a lot more tedious and long events that'll just get more difficult as time goes on. We have to we have to use LM and GT cars that can't really be upgraded, so it'll just purely be driving skills at that point. And not to mention, there will be different, just a completely different pool of tracks we have to drive on. Like one that I know will show up a lot more once you get in the late game is going to be Circuit de la Sarthe or Spa. Or actually, is it Spa? No, Circuit de la Sarthe is different. Never mind. Um, Either way, the track that was in the graduation test for the IA licenses, that one will show up a lot more. So that was race number 2. 9 minutes. Good time. Sorry if you heard that. I had to take a giant ass chug of water. I know I've been drinking water well this entire weekend. I've been oh, I don't know what that was. Anyways, I've been drinking water pretty much like a lot of water this entire weekend, but I still somehow feel dehydrated. Hmm. I heard a slight little like that, like slight little bit of static. Anyways, once again, another 8-point race. I don't know why Seoul in particular. I don't know why Seoul in particular was a 20-point race. Anyways, let's get back into this Supercar Festival. Let's see. I think I think during the hiatus I will be getting a lot more money. So I will be just grinding the RSC Rally Raid car event, right? I'll be doing all that. I'll be trying to get money. So that'll be something I'm trying to do. And other than that, probably collecting cars for the. Of course, after the series is done, I will be trying to actually go for 100% completion. And one day I will post if I ever do get 100% completion. I don't know if getting this game to 100% will exactly be my top priority when I get older, but it will be something cool to just like chip away at, you know. Trying to figure out which little bits and pieces count towards the percentage of completion. Okay, so once again, we got a Celine S7 here. The car that managed to fool me to thinking it was an F1. McLaren F1. All right, we took it over. Let's go. Let's see. Other than that, I think if I ever do want to revisit GT4, oh, okay, hold up. Sorry, I was readjusting something. If I ever do want to revisit GT4, I think I will be playing it with the I will be revisiting it with the Spec 2 mod specifically. In case you don't know, the Spec 2 mod, I think I've talked about it before, but it's a mod community effort to like, I don't know, like remaster the game in an emulator, but what's it called? Add new stuff like new events, new well, right now it's just new events. There are talks about potentially adding new cars, but for now it's just adding back all the region exclusive cars, like a ton of high-end dies. Why did I say it like that? I'm not Jeremy Clarkson. A bunch of Hyundais from the South Korean version of the game, some Japanese exclusive cars, some European exclusive cars, along with more rare versions like exclusive cars like the, for some reason in particular, the MX-5 from 2005. That car gets added back in Spec 2 mod. Oh, all right. Oh, oh, Jesus Christ! I was going to the pit. I was slamming myself to the pits. That would have been horrendous. If for some reason anyone from the Spec 2 mod is actually watching this, I would say I think one thing I would want to see is like new maps, maybe one or two, even like variants of other tracks that we've seen. Like I want to see a nighttime version of Empire, like New York City. Like I want to see what a nighttime version of New York City would look like. That track would look, I imagine it would look insane actually driving down the Empire, like driving down that street. I forgot what it's called even. Just Times Square, that's what it's called. Imagine driving down Times Square at night with all the lights and stuff and all the signs. That would look crazy. Also, I'd like to see Vegas and drag mode come back as actual tracks. I really want to see just drag mode come back because it's so sad that Las Vegas is just it's such a beautiful track, but there's actually no reason why you should go into that section of the game and like actually see Las Vegas is there. Like it's just there, but no. I can imagine there are people that play this game that have never seen Las Vegas like at all. It's so unfortunate the game just never acknowledges the thing exists. Ooh, Jesus, what was that? I thought I was gonna slide more, but nope. I just what's it called? Fucking turned the right direction like a gravitational pull. All right, so we're about halfway through. Ooh, excuse me. So we're about halfway through this track. Let's see. Gran Turismo World Championship will be probably. Let me see. I'm kind of discussing this because I want to just get what I'm gonna probably do for Gran Turismo World Championship because that is a giant portion. That is a long ass event to do. It's 10 races. All of them are long. All of them are GT race cars. All of them, it just requires a one sitting thing to do. It is one sitting, 10 races, all that. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for it. I may split it in half, or I may go the way that'll torture me and try and get it all done, one sitting, one giant video. Who knows what'll happen if I even attempt to do that, but if I can actually pull it off, that would be insane for me. Just because it's one giant 10 race sitting, and it would be insane. There we go. Wall ride, wall ride, wall ride. That's all I do. All right. So GT World Championship will be its own little thing, its own giant chunk. It will be as I said the last video for the hiatus. After that, it'll be probably a huge, like, not a huge, but like a decent little pause in Gran Turismo content. I'll upload a little mini series, maybe two, just so that way I can get some creativity out, you know. And then back to Gran Turismo. And I think I haven't even planned out for like the third act of like I don't even know if I'd call it an act, like the third section of Gran Turismo 4. Or like after I come back from the second hiatus. I don't even know if I'm gonna do like a third hiatus or just get all of the other content done in one giant, like one run, one last run, the home stretch or whatever. Even though we're only like 25, we're not even like a quarter of the way through the game. Well, just barely about. But completion, I don't know what exactly qualifies for completion for this game, so that's kind of unfortunate. I don't know what the hell counts or what doesn't count. But let's let's make sure we can actually get this race done. Whoa. Whoa. All right. We're done with New York. Let's get out of here. All right. Third race done. With not a single concept car. I'm surprised, honestly. But I am more surprised this thing was actually able to beat a Pagani Zonda. Because Pagani is a very fast car. All right, we got Midfield Raceway and Infineon Raceway as our last two tracks. Let's make sure we can finish this off with a clean run. So we got ourselves pretty sizable races for these last two. I don't think I'm gonna let B-Spec Driver handle these at all because I am not nearly as desperate to get this event done as I was with what's it called, the fucking Japan Championship, because I actually like doing this event. Um, Pardon? Somehow this event is a 7-point race despite there being an R3090 race car or road car variant and a fucking what else is there? Actually nothing really. I don't know what else is left, but either way, I'm kind of surprised that this is a 7-point race despite New York and fucking oh, okay. That's something. Despite New York and what was it? Not Seoul. Fuji Speedway being 8-point races. Surprised this one is 7 points. And then watch Infinity be 8 points again. I'd honestly laugh if what's it called? Fucking Infinity is somehow 8-point race again. Alright, let's take this turn slowly and let's make sure we can actually get through here cleanly. Nope. Alright. First lap is done. Okay, the audio cut out for a second there. Don't know why. Don't really care. Oh. Alright. What is this car that I'm having competition with? I don't know what this car I'm having competition with is, but I am going to be sure I slam it into the wall so that I can never run again. Okay. Gotta aim this car a little better. The American boat of the Supercar Festival will make sure this car feels the wrath of the Americans. I don't even know if I could actually get in the range to draft this thing anymore. Gotta see. What the fuck is this car? Jesus Christ. How is this one a 7-point race and this car is giving me so much trouble? So this is a 7-point race, but this car is actually giving me some trouble to actually catch up with. That is a crazy thought. Alright, that is not helping this, so what's it called, race at all situation. Alright. Come on, we can catch up to this thing. I know we can. Alright. Let me actually make sure I could actually win this race and not have to repeat, what's it called? Fucking midfield raceway. Oh, come on. Oh my lord, this car is giving me some trouble, man. You know what? I'll be right back. Okay, so I reached roughly about the same spot that I was at before I decided to pause for a little bit. And if there's one thing I learned while getting back to where I was at, it's not to underestimate whatever the fuck this red car is, because Jesus Christ, this car is insanely fast, and it's probably the biggest competition in the entire in this entire event, despite this race being especially certainly 7 points. I don't know what made this game calculate that it was 7 points, but it is not. This car is like the fastest one out of all of the opponents so far, and I don't know what the hell created it, what it is even. All I know is this car is insanely fast, and I don't. Um, it's imperative that I don't let this thing pass me at all, which means shoving it off the road and making sure it stays blocked. Because the second this thing passes me, it's going to be hell getting back in first place. And it's not a championship, so I can't exactly, Oh, god damn it. The thing I said I don't want to do. Look at how fast this thing accelerates. Look at that. Look at how fucking fast it is. Oh, come on. This car is made out of some bullshit. That's what it is, bro. Look at how fucking fast this thing is. Fuck you, red car. Alright, we're done with this midfield raceway. So we got ourselves a clean 15,000 and a one-way stop to our last track, Infineon Raceway. I don't know if this probably won't be the longer variant of Infineon, most likely the shorter one. Hopefully it's a shorter one. I really don't want to do 6 laps of the full Infineon Raceway track. Hopefully it's a shorter one. I believe the sports car course is the shorter one. Actually, no, this is a shorter one. Never mind. What am I talking about? My mistake. I did not realize this was the shorter track. I thought it was the full version. Also, guess what car is here? The original fucking demon on the track, the SLR McLaren. But we're not in a Mercedes this time. We're in an American Beast. We'll show them Stars and Stripes be hammer and sickle. Look it up. I love TF2 voice lines. I keep quoting random stuff I've seen in my life, and what's it called? It's funny whenever people get it, and then it's just cool that you know quotes when people don't. Stars and Stripes be hammer and sickle. Look it up. Actually, there's no Russian cars in this game. Never mind. I can't really be the soldiers for TF2 because there's no Russian cars in this game. You know what I can be? A winner, though. Not if I do that. I can be a winner if I just drive normally on the track. Or I could do that. Jesus Christ, I really threw him off with that. Oh God. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I managed to somehow get the wall right first try. All right. So we're on our final track now. Easier race. It's an easier race with actually, what's it called? Actual, not that difficult opponents to race against. Not the mysterious red car of death that can somehow keep up so insanely fast for some reason. So we still need to drive somewhat good to actually keep up with everybody around us. I can barely hear it, but the music's bumping right now. I mean, I can barely hear it. What's it called? I did turn down the audio a little bit on my end because it was a little loud, but that's okay. As long as it comes in clear for you guys, that's all that matters. And also, I can actually drive this section clean since I don't have anyone to actually slam into this time. Uh-oh. Okay. Hmm. Come on, come on, come on. Got it. I'm just trying to make sure I don't accidentally hit the part that's like not a part of the wall that I just don't want to slam all the way then steer to the left and stuff like that. I don't want that to happen because if that happens, I'll have to end up restarting this whole thing. And I already made some good progress. So like pretty much a little bit less than halfway through this entire race. All right. Ooh. There we go. All right. We can afford that. We could really afford that. Nope. You're not passing me. Sorry. Now we're halfway through the. Oh, hold on. Now we're halfway through the race. Okay, let's just wrap up this event so we can get ourselves prepared for the Gran Turismo World Championship because that will be. I've said it a million times already, but that is probably going to be the biggest point in this entire Let's Play. That will be a giant chunk. Like, legitimately, it'll be probably its own episode or an episode or two, maybe. It depends on how I'm feeling on just doing it in one sitting or splitting it in two. Now straight. Just a brake. Make sure you don't go too fast to slam into the wall right there. Okay, that's a problem. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Come on. Oh, that thing is way heavier than me for some reason. Okay, never mind. I was trying to slam into it, but I couldn't. I was trying to shove it off the road. But it was way heavier than my car is. I could do that. Alright. So we're ahead of this guy now. He can't really do anything against us. We're doing good. Okay, that's bad. But we can make a comeback. Just one specific section of the track. Alright. I have to actually focus now real quick. That is horrible. Actually. It's actually some horrendous, what's it called? A performance right there. For me. And we're done with Infinity Raceway just like that. So let's go ahead and see what our prize car is. So now we're back up to 900,000. Pretty good, pretty good. Got ourselves the Siesta V16T. Pretty good supercar. And with that, I think it's about time we wrap up this episode. So next time on Gran Turismo 4, we will be doing the Gran Turismo World Championships. I'll see you guys next time.